Hi, Liz here with Liz's Crafts, and we are going to make some stuffed bunnies on a stick that we're going to put in this pot here. So these bunnies came on a piece of ribbon, and each bunny, there were two, four, six, there were 8 bunnies, and they all had little tails on them, and it was a banner from the Dollar Tree. So it costs $1 for all these little bunnies. I took the ribbon off, and then the first thing I want to do is this is going to be the inside part. I cut the tail off, and I want to put 2 dots of glue right where the ribbon was going through, because the holes have the little piece of felt there, and I don't want the felt to fall out. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue and rubbing that in so that those holes are going to stay there. The pieces in the holes are going to stay there. Now, some of them, the pieces, the felt pieces are gone, and so you have these 2 little holes. If you have those, there's a way to fix that. For the back of the bunny, it doesn't really matter, so I'm not going to worry about it. So what I want to do is use my stencil, and this is a stencil pack that says Love Covers All, and it's from a maker studio. I will put my link to this stencil and this gel art ink in the black in the description of the video in case you want to order anything. And if you do order, please use my links, as I do get a little percentage, and I would appreciate it. So this little stencil here just says Jeremiah 31:3, and if you want to know what that's all about, just Google it, and it's about God's love. So I like these stencils here, this series of stencils, because you know, it's all about God's love, and that's what Easter is about. And you might think that these stencils look, you know, Valentine-ish or whatever. Well, yes, they do, but you know, God's love is forever. So I just want that reminder, and especially at Easter, because you know, He died on the cross for us, and you know, we need to remember what Easter is about, not just, you know, bunnies and eggs and candy and that kind of thing, but you know, about Jesus actually, you know, dying on the cross so that we could be saved. So that's my preaching for today. And I'm just putting the gel art ink onto my spreader. And the spreader comes in a bigger size, but you just cut it apart to whatever size you need that works with you when you're doing your stencils. These stencils are reusable, they're adhesive, and as long as you take care of them, you'll be able to use them over and over and over and over. Okay, so there it is, Jeremiah 31:3. Now the H didn't come out real well, but I'm okay with that. It just makes it look kind of worn. So what I'm going to do is I'm putting my stencil in water face down so that my ink does not clog up the screen portion of the stencil. And then when I get off of this video, I will clean it with a sponge. Okay, then the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure this is dry. Now the ink does take a little while to dry, so you know, if you're just doing this at home, and you're not doing a video or anything like that, then you know, just let it sit for a while, or you can use your heat gun, and that's what I'm going to do. Now you can also use chalk paste on this. You don't have to use the ink. I just wanted to use the ink. Okay, I think that is dry. I put my fingers on it, and it doesn't come off on my hands, so that's good. And now what I want to do is I want to turn this over so that the face of it is down, and then I'm going to put this bunny with the tail side up on top of it, and then I'm just going to go around the edges and glue it together. So I'm just gluing the two pieces together, and I'm starting at the ears. So I'm just putting a strip of glue from the bottom of this straight ear to the top, and then I'm putting this pink ear on top of that, and then I'm squishing it down. I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the other side of that ear. Now you want to make sure that you get all pieces glued. So you want to get up right beside where you glued the other part, and then just press that down on top, the pink one down on top of the blue. And then you're going to go to the next ear. Now, if you do decide to do this, I used one of these as a template to make a stuffed bunny for my dough bowl. And then, I told you all you could do this with these bunnies, and you don't have to cut it out or anything yourself. It's already done for you, and it's only $1. And you can make 4 of these from each pack. And if you get 2 packs, you can make 8 of these. And you could put the same color on the front and the back if you wanted to. I only have the 1 pack, so I'm putting other colors together, like the pink and the blue, and you'll see how I did the others. Okay, I guess I need another glue stick. And they already have the tails on there, so you don't have to worry about that. I mean, this is just a super, super cute, easy way to make a bunch of bunnies. And if you don't want to put these on a stick and put them in the pot, you can just glue it shut and put them in your dough bowl or your tier tray. You don't have to do exactly what I do with mine. You don't have to do that with yours. You can do something different with yours. Okay. Okay, so once you have the ears done and you have around the face here done, then you want to stuff it a little bit. And I'm using this fiber fill from an old pillow. Now you can't really get it up in the ears, I found. So I'm not even going to worry about the ears. And the thing of it is this is pretty thick felt, pretty stiff felt, I should say. So, the ears aren't going to flop down. So you don't really need to stuff the ears anyway. So I'm just putting a little bit of stuffing up in the head there. And this came apart just a little bit, so I'm gonna re-glue this. Hold that down. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more stuffing up in there. And this was just from an old pillow. And when I say pillow, I'm talking about a pillow that you sleep on, an old bed pillow. So before you throw away those pillows, take the stuffing out of them. It's perfectly good. Okay, so we got his head pretty well stuffed. See, this is what he's gonna look like. Isn't he cute? And now I'm just gonna continue, and I wanna get a little more stuffing up at the top here, right there. Okay. So see how he is so far? And now I want to go around the sides. Get one that doesn't want to. Okay, we've got one side done. And now I want to do the other side. And all I did with the extra tail was I just cut it off. Put my scissors up underneath it and cut it off. And you can always use those for something else. So I am saving mine, and I will probably use it in another project for something. And I also saved the ribbon too. So I can use it in something else. Okay, so I'm just gonna get me some more of this fiberfill stuff. And I am going to put it in his belly. Get in my belly. So you want to make sure that you get some up in his neck area that goes up into the head, because otherwise you might have a floppy head. So just make sure you do that, and then put it in his belly. And now that we got his belly about halfway done, then we want to go ahead and glue the feet. Okay, why won't you work here? There we go. All right, so I got the one foot done. Now I want to go over to the other foot. Okay, got that foot done. I just want to hold it for a little bit, and then I'm going to start stuffing it again. So I'm just going to take a little piece of stuffing, and I'm going to push it into the foot. Now you don't want to overstuff it, but you want to get a little bit in there. So see, we have this one here, and now I want to put some in the other one. So I'm just taking my finger and I'm pushing the stuffing into the foot area. And then the rest of it, I'm just pushing down into his midsection. Okay, so I have a little bit of space in there and I want to put a little bit more stuffing in. And then I have this skewer and I've cut it down. I've just broke a piece of it off because I didn't want it to be as tall as it was. But you do want the pointy end hanging down because then you're going to put it into your bucket and you want it to go down into the foam that you have. And actually, I'm going to put a little bit more stuffing in there, just a tad. Okay. And then I'm going to put my glue. And what is going on? My glue gun doesn't want to work. Let me unplug this thing. I don't want to get shocked. Ugh. Oh, this is always happening to these type of glue guns. I'm not sure what's going on. It's the Sure Bonder. And it just, the glue melts before it gets into the chamber. And then you can't use it. Okay. So let me just push this back up in there. And hopefully it'll work. Yep. Now I do want to put glue up where the tail is too, just because I want it to be on both sides for my stick. So I'm just gonna hold my stick there. Then I'm gonna hold these ends together, because if you don't hold them, they pull apart. So you need to hold them for a few seconds. Okay, and then if you have extra glue that's dried on the outside here, you can just cut that off. Okay, so now we want to pretty our bunny up. Not that he's not cute enough, because he is, but we want to give him some extra cuteness. So I have these two buttons, little blue buttons, going to be his eyes, and this heart shaped button is going to be his mouth. So I'm just going to put 2 dots on the front of my, what in the world? Oh, that's right, I unplugged it and I didn't plug it back up. Anyway, it still melted before it got in there. How in the world? Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to get another glue gun out. So we're going to have to wait a few minutes for the glue to get hot. Okay. So anyway, I have this little pot that I got from the Dollar Tree. It says Flowers and Garden. It's just a little metal pot. And then I have this green piece of styrofoam that I'm going to glue in the bottom. I'm going to take this shredded paper and I'm put on top there, and then we're going to put our bunnies in there. So I also want to put a ribbon on my bunny. So I want to cut a piece, and this is just a Grosgain ribbon, and it's 3/8 of an inch wide. Okay, so we're done with this. So I'm going to set that aside. And let's see if, not even close. Okay, so maybe I can get some E6000 glue to put on my styrofoam. So let me do that. Where's my stick? Here's my stick. I'm not sure how this is going to work. That looks pretty good, but man, I hate the way this stuff smells. Okay, let's put a little more on this side. I'm going to say that's it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this into my container here. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my paper shred in there. So you want to cover it completely up. You don't want any of that to be seen. Now, I'm not sure where I got this from. I've had it for years. I do know that you can get some from the Dollar Tree, and I'm pretty sure you could get it from Hobby Lobby and Walmart too. So we just have some of this paper shred in our basket. And now let's see if our glue gun is ready. Because we need to put his eyes on. There we go. Okay, so we have our little eye buttons. And then we have our little heart mouth. I'm just putting glue at the top and the bottom of the heart. And then I'm putting that right under the eyes. And then I'm going to give him some little whiskers. Get some of this glue off of here. Okay, to give him whiskers, I just have this black marker, and I'm going to do 3 lines, a bigger one, a smaller one, and then a bigger one. And I want him going more into the center of the heart. So I'll show you what I did. Isn't he cute? And now we want to put a ribbon on him. So I think I'm going to put this ribbon on his neck, around his neck. So I'm just going to tie a regular bow. And if you had one of the bunnies that had the holes here, you can tie the ribbon on the ear, and then you could glue it over top of the holes. So let me trim this side of the ribbon end. And then I'm just going to trim up this side a little bit. But look, isn't he cute? So this says Jeremiah 31:3. And I have these other bunnies, and he's blue on one side and pink on the other side. I have this bunny here, which is two different colors of pink, and they're bright pinks. This says, let all that you do be done in love. Isn't that a cute bunny? This one here is green with blue on the back, or a turquoisey color. It says, love covers all offenses. Isn't that one cute? They're all cute. I love them all. This one here is purple on the front and yellow on the back. And this one says, love one another. And I just think these are good sayings to live by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in my container. I'm going to push the sticks down into the foam. Now my sticks are different sizes. I didn't cut them all the same size. So we kind of want to put, you know, the bunnies some lower than others and some higher than others. And I think I want them all to face this direction. So here's our little basket of bunnies. Isn't that cute? And like I say, if you bought two of these felt banners from the Dollar Tree, then you could make 8 bunnies. You know, you could do the front and backs in the same color. And then just get you some ribbon and your stencils. And like I said, my stencils, I will put the links to the stencil and the chalk and the art, the gel art ink in the description. And if you like what you see here, please do this either with Facebook or YouTube. I would appreciate it. And if you do purchase any items, please purchase from my links, as I do get a little percentage, and that'll keep me being able to go out there and buy supplies and keep presenting my videos. And I do have, if you like and follow Liz's Crafts, please set your notification to notify you when I put a new video out there. I'm not able to go live, but I do videos Monday through Friday. And you can also join Liz's Craft Friends, and that is a closed group. However, you can join by answering 2 questions. And once you answer yes to those questions, then I will approve you for membership. And you can put pictures of crafts that you do. And I would love to see, like if you do this craft here, I would love to see you put a picture of your craft out there on that group. And we can just inspire each other to craft. I mean, I love crafting, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We all make mistakes, but in crafting, most of the time you can cover it up or do something different, and it's still okay. Anyway, I will be back later with another video, you know, tomorrow, one each day, Monday through Friday. So until then, my crafty friends, keep crafting. Bye. Love y'all.